Right, another day, another mission that we're gonna have to do. What have you got for us now, Rikimaru? And just where is the wind blowing from? Is it someone sneezing, someone farting? It kind of makes a bit of a difference. I mean, sure, I know it's a metaphorical wind and all that, but I'd still like to know what's causing said wind. Well, I hope it was Goemon who found the letters. I'd like it if it was more explicit how useful he might be. But hey, I'll take what little I can get.
その六兵衛が常々落ち合う場としていた料亭の調べはついている。不穏の火種は広がらぬうちに消さねばなるまい。
Don't worry, we'll take our target out just like the last one. Assuming, of course, that we don't end up in a direct confrontation with the bastard or any of his men, then things might get a little dicey.
越後屋はまだ来ぬのか。
Yeesh! A majority of the characters in this game just do not have any lip flaps at all. But for some reason, after the training mission, we saw Rikimaru's mouth moving from underneath his mask. Again, it seems a bit odd to me. The PlayStation 1 games could get away with that sort of thing, since 3D graphics were still pretty new, and I don't recall them zooming in on people's faces in those games. But this game was an Xbox 360 exclusive title. Ugh. I'm not really someone who gets especially anal about graphics and visuals, but it's still such a strange thing that in the PS2 games, you could see characters' mouths move, but in this one, their heads are made of stone. Yeah, these poor guards are just dropping like flies. Hell, we don't even need the grapple to get over these walls. Which of course raises the question of what the point of these walls even is. Are they just cosmetic, or is there some cultural thing that I don't know about? Because maybe I'm just judging it too much based on the reasoning for European strongholds and forts having walls that are very tough to climb over. But I suppose it might inconvenience a larger group. But then a larger group would probably be able to handle what few guards there are here with ease. It's a good thing none of these guys ever bothers to check for odd shadows on the ground. Okay, not a perfect stealth kill, but still, he didn't have a chance to fight back against us. That's good enough for me. And it's a good thing we travel light, because otherwise I would find it kinda bullshit that our girl could lift herself up quite that fast and swiftly. I didn't even notice that trapdoor until we'd already rolled off of it. Again, saved by the enemy being too shocked to see us to just draw his sword right then and there. Looking forward to seeing if I keep making that mistake for the entire game, or if it's something I grow away from as we keep going through missions. We're still pretty new at this after all, at least in this game. Those two could have given us some trouble. Good thing they aren't in sync with their patrols. And that takes care of both of them. Eesh. I'm pretty sure whoever is left is inside the building. possibly our main target, but I doubt the game is going to have us kill two different guys in the exact same building in 2 missions in a row. Not when we have a little over 50 missions in the entire game, and we're only on the second one. Right, nobody else in here. Time to check the interior of some of the other buildings then. Part of me wants to ask why the place feels so empty. The other is trying to avoid laughing that we're going through the exact same map as the first mission. That would be just bullying, considering how many missions this game has. Good job noticing something suspicious there. Shame it was so easy to kill you anyway. Didn't even hear anything that guy should have been dancing to. Didn't like my chances to be able to kill the other guy in there before he pulled out his sword, though. And there's no way we're getting a stealth kill on that guy when he's got high alert and the indicator is a flaming blue. Why did they decide on blue for them being alert but not quite knowing where we are yet? Is he just going to sit down again? Ah, apparently not. We're definitely quite the angel of death around here, aren't we? Though I suppose since we're fighting in feudal Japan, maybe I should say Shinigami or Death God, or however that is. While this is a fictionalized version of the Sengoku period, and we aren't gonna run into any crews like the Toyotomi or Tokugawa clans, I'd still rather not piss them off if we can avoid it. We're probably going to have plenty enough enemies to deal with over the course of this game without including any clans that have a strong distaste for Christian converts and missionaries. Right, no clue what that short conversation was about. The game didn't feel the need to give them subtitles, so I assume it was nothing important. Either way, both of the bastards are dead, and we've got more ground to check for their boss. Guess I could have taken this guy out through the door, but I didn't feel patient enough to wait for him to get back there. I wonder how tough it is to get blood out of these tatami mats anyway. Is it ever a good sign when someone laughs as they're dying? Not even a slight shift in expressions from anyone. It wouldn't be so distracting if the game didn't keep zooming in on those faces. I'm sorry, but shouldn't they do better camera work to conceal how bad the faces are considering the console generation? Or maybe give everyone masks of varying kinds to try to hide that sort of thing? Definitely a very limited base we have here. Granted, there were not many games that had this sort of base thing between missions around the time this game was released. It would take at least a few more years before titles like Mass Effect would come into the market. Still, this game is very much showing its awkward development, being between 2 console generations. There's always a bit of a period when a new console releases when the game designers just don't know how to use the newer hardware yet. So really, I'm just comparing this to EDF 2017, another kind of awkward game. And It's just that comparing this game to things like Batman Arkham Asylum or Halo 3 is just completely unfair. I'll decide later if we're actually gonna wear the Hanya or Fox mask. Either way, the sooner we get a mask on our protagonist's unchanging face, the better. And it's a shame we can't do anything to edit our rather absent partner's appearance after the start of the game character creation. Nothing really screams great in the shirts department just yet, but maybe later on in the game. Their idea of nothing and mine are apparently pretty different. Wait, those wrappings are what they call wild? Are you kidding me? I was expecting something more edgy looking with that kind of name. Guess we're going with the leather then. Literally only two options for sword sheaths right now. Wait, why didn't the Fox and Hanya masks count for face when that's what they cover? Why put them under accessory? It's not like anything we put on affects any of our stats or anything to that effect. Anyway, that should about do it for this clip. Until next time.